Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Living Room Live. This is brought to you by the Rivertown Revival, Friends of the Petaluma River, and our sponsor for this evening, Out West Garage, located in Petaluma. How's everyone doing out there? Just getting comfy. Here. How's everyone doing? We at the Rivertown operation were so hit by this current situation that we're in. We weren't able to put on an outdoor event due to safety. But you can't stop us. You can't stop the music and what we're all here for. And so we came together and made this ragtag little show that we're really happy to bring right into your living room. My name is Josh Windmiller. I'm going to be your host for the next 4 weeks. We're going to be doing this every Saturday evening, 7 o'clock, right in your house. Now, we have some fantastic entertainment for you this evening. So curl up, get yourself a refreshment of your choice and just cozy on up, because Rivertown's going to do what we do every year and bring us together. We're going to have music. We've got John Courage, we've got Sebastian St James, we've got 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗿𝗶𝗰 here this evening, and we've got some other tricks coming right from your community. So let's begin. First up, we're going to welcome a good friend of mine who I haven't seen in the flesh for a while. We're going to bring in 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝗂𝗏, aka 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗍. Joe, do we have her on online? I'm sorry. Do we have Avery online? Hey there.
Hey, how's it going?
Avery, I can hear you.
Good.
Avery, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Great. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just dealing with the ins and outs of internet in rural America. Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm really glad we were able to get you in here to see you face to face and see how you're doing. Yeah, are you are you missing the live shows and that sort of thing?
Definitely. I'm used to going for some periods of time without doing it, but this is getting to be a long, long time. And the weird thing is there's so many people like you I haven't seen in person for such a long time.
I know. It's been a while, but I want to thank you so much for coming on here and for giving us some music to show people. I know people really are thankful for it.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be participating in this, and I have a very special guest that's going to be involved in the video, and I can't wait for everybody to see them.
Really? All right. That sounds very exciting. Okay. Well, let's get to it. Do you have anything else? Any other messages to the folks at home?
I think a good challenge for everybody right now is, while you're at home, you can learn to identify one new kind of bird species in your backyard. That's a good personal goal. I'm trying to work on that.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, that's Avery. They are 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗏. Let's see a little performance. Bye. See you, Avery.
Bye.
Well, hey there, everybody. We're 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗏 coming to you from Petaluma, California. And we're really excited to be here today as part of this Rivertown Revival in our living room. This isn't the living room, this is a barn. But we're going to play everybody a couple of songs. And we're going to start with a song about the mountain that we're on right now, which is called Sonoma Mountain. seeing the rocks and the rills. Fox and the blackbird are crying aloud, but they're not in pain, they're simply singing your name. As they bow to and fro, if you were to speak a sentence in vain, it would be the sounds of us singing your name. She does circle and shriek, mouse in her beak, she is crying aloud, and flies to exclaim, raising the sound of your name. As they bow to and fro, if you were to speak a sentence in vain, it would be the sounds of us singing your name. As rivers go dry, run aground, ceasing their sound, they are whispering still, though singing does wane, they're always praising your name. Well, there's something that I forgot to mention, which is that we have a couple of friends here with us today. Surprise guests, I might actually say. Their names are 𝗙𝗫, Katie, Milky Milk Bags, and 𝗙𝗲 over here. And these are 4 lambs that were born, what month were they born? April?
April 1st.
They were born April Fool's Day. They live here on Sonoma Mountain with us, and we've been bottle feeding them since they were born. They were born via cesarean section, and we've been raising them by hand, and so that's why they're so tame. And these 4 lambs are getting close to weaning time. You can tell they're getting pretty big now, and they're starting to eat real food. And anybody here out there who's wondering what they are, they're a mix of 50% baby doll and 50% question mark. We don't know what they are. And we're going to play another song for all of you and for all the lambs. This one's about a beautiful part of the West Virginia City, Nevada. Streets are lined with hollow spokes and windows dressed for aging folks. So you walk upon the boards, each shop alight with neon cords. But it all all feels tired, except for the door you step through to see out there the desert floor. Well, today museums close, but you can buy some cowboy clothes. They took the mountain, crushed it up, and now they sell a silver cup. But it all feels tired, except for the door you step through to see out there the desert floor. Man and mule do back and sew $1 for his pony show. In this town where nothing's changed except the trade was rearranged. But it all feels tired except for the door you step through to see out there the desert floor. Through a wooden door you go and pass the smell of tobacco. A window draws your eyes into 100 miles of desert view. But it all feels tired, except for this door you've stepped through to see out there the desert floor. Nice one, Andy.
That's the quarantine insanity blues right there.
So we just got one more song, but before we play our final song, I just want to tell you just a couple things about us, and then I'm going to tell you a short story. So we live here on the ranch on Sonoma Mountain, and one of the great things is we can look down and see the Petaluma River from here up on the hill when it's a clear day. In fact, if we went behind the camera right now, we'd see the Petaluma River. And so the cause of Friends of the Petaluma River is really dear to our hearts and important to us that we support our environment during this time when it's the one thing that we can go out and experience that really gives everybody comfort. So thank you for watching this to support Friends of the Petaluma River and Rivertown Revival. I'm just going to tell you a little story about something that happened here in Sonoma Mountain. The record that we put out earlier this year is all about Sonoma Mountain, which for those of you who don't know, it's the mountain between downtown Petaluma and downtown Sonoma. And I also put out a narrative podcast that's called Where the World Begins that I'm putting out some more episodes soon, and it's about living here on Petaluma, in Petaluma on Sonoma Mountain on a ranch, and some of the things that have happened here. And before we go, I'll tell you one story about the ranch and something that happened to me here, something very strange. So I was going out back when I lived here by myself, and I was feeding some horses, and I brought hay, so I went down to a pasture. It was over there, and I opened up the gate, and I locked the gate behind me. And I walked down along a barbed wire fence, and I crouched down to put the hay on the ground and spread it out a little bit. And when I looked up, I saw, out of the corner of my eye, one of the cows that lives in the pasture sprinting towards me. So there were 4 animals living in the pasture, 2 cows and 2 horses, and I guess one of those cows was on the move, so to speak. So the cow was running towards me, and I was frozen for a second. I couldn't decide what to do, how to get away from that cow. Behind me was the barbed wire fence, and it was so kind of old and falling over. I knew I'd probably not be able to climb over it, and I was going to get all cut up. And then to my right, there was the gate that was behind me and to my right, but it was really far away. I didn't think I was going to get there before the cow got to me. So, but I had to choose the gate or the fence, and I chose the fence. So I turned around to my left as this cow was getting bigger and bigger and closer. It was over 1,000 pounds. It was running so fast. And then I was turning to my left, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a flash of gold. One of those 2 horses got between the cow and me and drove the cow away and saved my life. So that's one of the strange things that happened to me on Sonoma Mountain. And if any of you have spent time up here or are planning on it, I bet other strange things like that might happen to you as well. Thanks to Josh and everybody working today on this live stream. We're really glad to be a part, and we hope to hear from you soon. We drove on a road by a cliff through a canyon, made as if no one came near. River down below. thanks for joining us, and thanks to Rivertown for having us here. We're sad the festival couldn't happen this year, but hopefully we'll be together soon. And stay safe, everybody. Adios.
Now that is how you start our new TV show, right there, with a guest appearance from a lamb. That really sets me in the right frame of mind for this. I'm telling you. When the first time that I saw 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗿𝗶, they really blew me away. I felt like I was on another planet in outer space, but at the same time, closer to the earth and my home than a lot of performers have ever made me feel. So please check out their work, 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗿𝗶, Songs of Sonoma Mountain, great video of a song called When I Was Younger. I cried as well, so please follow them. I have a little thing here. I'm looking at the chats on Facebook. People are having a great time. Round of applause. Please, if you're on there, go ahead and share it. Share this with your friends. Put on a watch party and all that newfangled stuff. Try and get some more people out here to celebrate, to support the local arts, and to support our local environment and education through Friends of the Petaluma River. Whoa, excuse me? Oh, we have something very important. I'm sorry. We have something very important right now. All right. Now, okay. So what we try and do here is, of course, entertain you, but also really get you looped in to sort of goings on out there. You know, you don't get to get out much or that sort of stuff. So we want to bring the happenings of the community here to you in your living room to get you the information that you deserve. So to help with that, we have a special guest here. Joe, are they on? Do we have them on? Bring them in.
I'm here. Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Oh,
hey,
Josh.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Gio, are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Great, good. Okay, good. Now, it looks like you're somewhere special over there. I imagine it's difficult to get the signal in there. Where are you? What's going on?
It is difficult to get the signal in here, but I'm in my headquarters. I have a headquarters now. It's the first time in my life that I have a headquarters. I'm in My Town is Magical headquarters, Josh, and it's buffered against most magics and curses, negative enchantments, but Wi-Fi comes through okay. So, we're doing pretty good.
That's good. I've always thought you could use one of those.
I did too. Turns out you just got to find the right engineers and contractors, and the gnomes and dwarves had some openings in their schedule. They fit me right in, and bada bing, bada boom. I got a place to put my skull and my eggs.
Good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well, that's great,
like
but it's been a while since we've caught up, my friend. But from what I've heard, you have something really important to say. So what's up?
I do. So, I mean, when you have a headquarters and you have a new thing called My Town is Magical, a lot of people ask you things like, Gio, haven't you grown out of that? A lot of other people say, stop calling me with your crazy ideas. And some other people, the nicer ones, say, what is this all about, Gio? Tell me more. And so for those people, I made a video explaining My Town is Magical. Joe, can we show that? Hi folks, my name is 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝗂𝗿𝗶, and I am a researcher and a field agent at My Town is Magical. A lot of people have been asking me lately, Gio, what is My Town is Magical? Well, now that I'm here in My Town is Magical headquarters, I can tell you. The humans haven't been out. We haven't been hustling and bustling to our usual levels of activity, and because of that, all sorts of displaced creatures have been coming back around. All sorts of displaced creatures. Magical creatures, fantastical creatures, things that people haven't thought about, haven't even imagined for years and years. Now they're coming back. We here at My Town is Magical have been researching, studying, cataloging, documenting, and otherwise preparing for exactly this, the reemergence of magic in our towns, in our neighborhoods, in our homes, and in our lives. Sure, we've got a lot of research, we have a lot of stuff, and you can find it all at www.mytownismagical.com, but it's incomplete. Of course it's incomplete. We don't know all the stuff that's out there. We're counting on you. If you've had a magical encounter, you can do a MERP or a MRF, and I'll tell you what those are. The MERP, we got a MERP number, Magical Encounter Report Phone Number, 707-789-7957. That's 707-789-7957. I mean, maybe you've got a gremlin in your house. Maybe there's trolls in your neighborhood. I don't know. Call, leave us a message, and we'll get right on it, okay? If you've got information to report, let us know. We'll put it in the news on our website. Go online, go to www.mytownismagical.com and fill out the MRF. That's the Magical Encounter Report Form. And we'll take care of everything. We'll make sure that the news gets on the site, we'll make sure the images get on the site, and we'll make sure that the information is shared with the world. So I really hope you guys can participate and help me and My Town is Magical to more peacefully and comfortably integrate the magical world with our own reality. It's really important work. All right, thanks a lot.
All right. Gio, I think I'm starting to get a little bit of background on what this My Town is Magical thing. So what you're telling me is that there are trolls, there are gnomes, there are fairies of different sorts in the community right now.
Exactly. God, you know, some people really resist, like, just really accepting that. So it's all happening, you know, and finally, now that I got a wonderful grant from Creative Sonoma, a wonderful organization in Sonoma County that helps support the arts. And so with that, I was able to finally get My Town is Magical off the ground and report on the important things that are happening every day all around us. Yeah. And I mean, for the astute viewer, you notice in the video, I didn't have a piece of equipment that I now have behind me here. Check this out, Josh. It's brand new to me. That's my answering machine.
Wait, and answering what?
Well, it's an answering machine. So when I'm not here, because I do a lot of field research, there's all kinds of stuff to do out in the community. Yeah. You know, when you get the calls and the reports coming in all the time. So I installed this so that when I do get calls on the MERP number, now they can just leave a message. You know what, Joe, do we have one of those messages? I'd like to play the first ever MERF report message that we got. It's kind of, it's interesting. Can we play that?
You have one old message. Sunday, 6:51 p.m. I saw a troll. Please don't call me back. Goodbye. End of messages.
Gio, that was terrifying. Yeah. That was amazing. You know, I think I've seen stuff like that sometimes. You know, you catch something out of the corner of your eye, something like that. Yeah. Freaks me out, man. Freaks me out. But it's good to know that
you're not alone.
You are out there. Sorry,
I think so too. Yeah. And that guy, I don't know what happened. Didn't leave his name. Didn't leave contact information. Didn't leave location. That troll. Josh, I mean, I don't want to freak you out, but he could be your neighbor. He could have seen a troll. It could be in your backyard, but now we don't know. That was an incomplete MERF report. So if you guys are going to call, you know, I'd really appreciate a few more details. I really hope that fella's okay, because, you know, who knows?
Well, I'm really glad there's folks like you out there to investigate this sort of stuff. Tell me more. Tell me more.
I'd love to. Thank you, Josh. So in addition to the MERF, which is our phone number, that's our hotline, we also have online on our website, which is www.mytownismagical.com. We have a way for you guys to send in your news report because it's called My Town is Magical. And that means my town. But if you say it, Josh, you say the name of it one time.
My town is magical.
See, your town is magical too. Everybody's town is magical. So my whole joy and desire and plan with this is that I'm going to be hearing from people in every town in the entire world to report on their magical happenings. And I got a report from our website. A gal sent in, 𝗙𝗲𝘁𝗁 sent in this wonderful 𝗵 report. Very exciting stuff, breaking news. And Joe, we have a little video of that. If we could show that now, please.
Dear My Town is Magical headquarters, I was taking a walk with my dogs yesterday afternoon around 2:40, and I was stopped. I saw a crack in the sidewalk, and sure enough, about 4 feet away from the crack was a huge scaly egg. I didn't know what to do with it, so I put it in the bushes and covered it with some leaves, and hopefully no one will notice. Today I went and checked on the egg to make sure nobody had taken it, and sure enough, it was still safely rested under the leaves. I need your help. What should I do with the egg? Dear My Town is Magical headquarters.
The picture of the egg. Now, the egg that's in that video is an illustration by 𝗙𝗲𝘁 so that we here at My Town is Magical could know. I mean, is it a shiny, round, delightful looking, giant, scaly egg? I don't know unless she tells me. Is it a spiky egg? Now, if that had been a lavender to dark red colored, spiky scaled egg, we'd all be doomed. The end of the world would be nigh. Sonoma County would be probably in ruins as we speak. So it's a really good thing that the egg in question turned out to be a rather sparkly, greenish colored egg. Now, we're still in touch with 𝗙𝗲𝘁. This is still a back and forth. These cases are open and ongoing, just like the case before of the troll, the anonymous tip of the troll sighting. So we have field agents. Well, really just me, but I am a field agent and I'm out there, I'm researching, I'm checking all this stuff out all the time because the magical news is really important and it brings me such great joy to delve into it, to report on it, to interact with y'all and the things that are happening in our respective towns. So before I get into any of the other headlines and the important news that's going on in and around my town, your town, the country, the world, just want to reiterate, we've got the MERP number, 707-789-7957, and I've got an answering machine. It's connected to my phone. They connect, they talk to each other. I don't know how. Probably magic, I don't know. So we've got that, and then there's the MERF form, and that's on the www.mytownismagical.com. Now I've been doing this for about, well, my whole life, but officially just for the last week or so. And a very important and very amazing case came up last week, digging burblins. A lot of people don't know what those are. Do we have a slide of a digging burblin? Joe, maybe if there's a slide of a digging burblin, you could put it right, hit my hand with it. Throw it to me. I'm ready. I'm going to catch it. Digging burblin. Well, they're little mole creatures. They're little mole-like creatures. They always wear goggles, and they love comic books. Now, that's not a problem in and of itself, except that because they are so mole-like, they just dig, and they dig through anything to get to comic books. Well, Brian at Brian's Comics in Petaluma, California, got in touch with me. He had giant holes in his wall. I said, Brian, it's probably a digging burblin. In fact, it was a digging burblin. He had visual confirmation. You can check out those videos. There's a Facebook page, My Town is Magical, and there's also on the website. But that was a really exciting story to have a digging burblin here in Petaluma. And you know, I might be back next week, so I don't want to throw every magical headline at you at once. And I'm sure that you guys have plenty to report on your own, and I'd love to get to that. I'd love to hear it. So please do get in touch I definitely want to thank Rivertown Revival for allowing me to come on and try and solicit just that's a whole dimension of news that has been left out, you know? And troll safety is not even taught in the schools anymore. I can't believe it. But I am taking matters into my own hands now, folks. So it's going to work out great. Get in touch with that news. And I just really want to thank Rivertown Revival for being it's a place where magic happens in my town. And for that, I am very grateful. And to the friends of the Petaluma River, thank you so much for giving us a home for our magical adventures, for taking care of our river. And all y'all out there, if you're watching, if you don't have anything to report, that's fine. But please do support these wonderful, wonderful things happening in Sonoma County and Petaluma. Josh, I don't think I have any further news to report on this week, but I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch to go. So I'll see everybody next week. This has been Gio Benedetti for My Town is Magical. Thank you. See you soon.
Gio Benedetti, a brave individual, a magical individual himself, right here in our community. How lucky are we that we have people like that who are out there gathering important information, not just any kind of information, things like how tall the grass is or traffic or that sort of stuff, but information as to how and why our towns are magical. We are definitely going to have Gio back in the future, I'll tell you that. And be sure to go to mytownismagical.com, especially if you have any sightings or stories that you feel like we should all know about. Let's post that on the Facebook page as well. Let's do a link to My Town is Magical. We'll put that on the Friends of the Petaluma River and the Rivertown Facebook page. Let's make sure that happens, team. All right. Well, next in the show, this is so much fun, by the way, having a show. Next up, I really want to thank Out West Garage, one of our sponsors and the select sponsor for this, our inaugural episode. Now, I've taken my truck to Out West Garage, no lie, just for years, and it has really been the best experience I've ever had going to a garage. It's weird to kind of say that, but they have this music room, and it just feels magical. It's definitely one of the magical things about Petaluma. On top of that, they're bringing magic right to your living room by making this episode possible. So please check them out, and they do fantastic work. So thanks a lot. We can take that down, Joe. All right. I'm going to go back because I also want to remind everyone, I've been looking, some of the donations are coming in. Please donate. Thank you, Joe. Please donate. We have a Venmo. We got a PayPal. On Facebook, you can actually just push a button and donate. So again, this is a fundraiser for the Friends of the Petaluma River, just like Rivertown is. So please pitch in with what you can. It means even more this time than it usually does. Because a lot of us, we're donating to a lot of different causes right now. Times are tough, and so where you put your money and your support means more than ever right now. And so, if you'd consider supporting Friends of the Petaluma River, that would mean a lot to us. So, thank you so much. Let's carry on, shall we? All right, now. Next up, actually on a related note, we'd like to take an opportunity to show you a little bit more about Friends of the Petaluma River. We have a video from Friends of the Petaluma River, just to give you all a little bit more information as to what's behind all of this and what you're going to support. Joe, do we have the video ready to go?
Hi everyone, it's Stephanie from Friends of the Petaluma River. Thanks for joining us for our first Living Room Live concert. I'm out here at Steamer Landing Park with the David 𝗫𝗠 River Heritage Center behind me. And this is home to the Rivertown Revival Festival, as well as most of our programming and events throughout the year. One of the things we're still trying to pull off despite COVID-19 is our kids camp this summer. It's called the Green Heron Nature Camp for kids 6 to 12 years old. Kids attending our Green Heron Nature Camp spend a week outside in nature, boating, swimming, crafting, playing, exploring, learning about the watershed and the other critters that call it home. Youth right now are facing so many social and emotional hardships because of the coronavirus and shelter in place. Spending a week out in nature is really a great way to start healing, and we really want to connect kids with this opportunity this summer. We also run 3 nature immersion camps during the school year that are on Saturdays once a month and focus on unique developmental stages in youth from 6 to 9 years old and 10 to 12 years old. These are held at our partner's location at the Open Field Farms, and it's a beautiful site that the kids get to explore, seeing the seasons change over the year. At Steamer Landing Park, anyone can have the opportunity to get out on the water with us through our free Boating at the Barn program every Sunday. It's closed right now, but we hope to get it open again as soon as we can. We have such an amazing and unique resource in our backyard with the Petaluma River. It's part of Friends' mission to ensure access for our community to get out and explore the river for themselves. We're all facing such hardships right now, but if you're able to donate to Friends of the Petaluma River, please take this opportunity to do so. We're all facing tough times, but it's so important for us and our mission to get kids outside this summer. Please make a donation today if you can. Thank you so much.
It goes like this. In the summertime.
In the summertime.
When the river is.
When the river is.
Slow and salty.
Slow and salty.
Muddy and brown.
Muddy and brown.
Then we see them.
Then we see them.
They're the jellyfish.
They're the jellyfish.
Clear and slimy.
Clear and slimy.
Squishy and round.
Squishy and round.
They're the jellyfish.
They're the jellyfish.
But they're not a fish.
But they're not a fish.
And they're not jelly.
And they're not jelly.
So what are they?
So what are they?
All right. My goodness. My goodness. That was fantastic. And thanks so much, Friends of the Petaluma River, for all that you do. Please, if you're able to, check out in the description. There's a PayPal and a Venmo, or on Facebook, there's a button right there. So you can help keep that going in our community. Yeah, take a moment to share the event, let people know about it. If y'all are having fun, write in the description. I'm checking it out, and I hope you all are having half as much fun as I am. I wanted to have a TV show, my whole life, and so this is super fun, and I'm really thankful to Friends of Petaluma River and Rivertown for making this thing possible. I'm so happy to bring this into people's living rooms. Now, you know me, and I'm all about the music. I love to take the music that I find out there in the community and help put it out there to at events like Rivertown. And so this television show right here, Living Room Live, is no exception. We've seen Avery and Ismay performing earlier. We have another local performer. Let's have him call on in. I'd love to talk with Sebastian St James. Hey, Sebas, what's up?
Hey, Josh, how are you, man? Good to
Doing
see
great.
you. Cheers, brother.
Hey, cheers. Where I got this. Where are you?
I'm actually I'm at the farm here in Petaluma.
Beautiful.
It's a property owned by my grandparents. Actually, we're hanging out here. We're doing an outdoor family movie in the field, projecting it on a screen. Everybody's 6 feet apart, and we're all watching a movie together. It's the first time we've seen each other for this long. And
that's great. Yeah. That's great. I had a similar thing with my family. It makes it even more special when you can get together. What have you been doing to pass the time, man? I know you're a busy fella. You've been doing much music out there on the interwebs or that sort of thing?
It's all on the interwebs now, right? We're all out there busking on the same street corner. And I'm happy. I'm proud to be a part of all that. I mean, it's crazy times, and oh man, we got to find a way to be positive in it, right? It's hard sometimes.
Well, I've been to Highway Poets shows, and I know that you thrive on crazy times. I've had some crazy times at your shows, man.
Yeah, we like to get crazy, but we have some fun, and we cheers.
Yeah. It's fantastic. So you brought some music to us today, right?
Yeah, I had a good time, pre-recording a set and having some fun, just set up in my studio in the corner at home. It's a half of my garage, and I just I played a couple songs. I have a loop pedal that lets me mess around with that. So it's me just having some fun, getting my quarantine bad jujus out via a loop pedal and a microphone, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Well, thanks for sharing that process with us, my friend.
Yeah,
let's watch it.
$1 low. Oh, get what's coming to me. Ain't gonna take a lot of trying out. Too bad that money don't grow on trees. Ain't gonna take a lot of hollering child. Oh, that's okay, cause I got some pain in me. Ain't gonna take a lot of money, no. Oh, to get what's coming to me. Lord, I said, break my chains of love. Break my Lord, my chains of love. You got me wrapped up, child. You some powerful, powerful stuff. Yes, break these chains of love. Ooh, Lord, I said, ain't gonna take a lot of giving now. Or hell, you can have all that you can take. Ain't gonna take a lot of giving out. Oh, my hole and my heart can't break. Gonna give a lot of trying down. But skies will surely see that when the rain comes pouring out, oh, who's gonna be pouring on me? Yeah, so I said, break my chains of love. Break my chains of love. You got me wrapped up, girl. You some powerful, powerful stuff. Break these chains of love. Take $1 million low just to get where I'm gonna be. Ain't gonna take a lot of hollering, child, no. Oh, it's okay, I got the pain in me. Ain't gonna take a lot of giving up, no. Ooh, too bad, just don't grow on trees. Ain't gonna take a lot of hollering, child. Oh, I got the pain in me. Just break my chains of love. Break these chains of love. You got me wrapped up, girl. You some powerful, powerful stuff. Yes, break these chains of love. Oh, yes, I said, break these chains of love. Ooh. I said, go on, mama, back the way you came. Surely life ain't place right here on earth. Well, you can go and ignore this for all that it's worth. Oh no, the devil, the devil, the devil, devil on the song. I said she dark as brimstone, but sweet as cane. Oh Lord, she's hard to say. Lord, I know just what this life it's worth. A whole lot of trouble, Lord, a whole lot of earth. Oh, when the devil, devil on the sun. Oh, well, the devil, devil on the sun. Oh, yes, it does. Go on back the way you came. Oh, sure, life ain't gonna be the same. Oh, heaven, Lord, it's a place on earth. Oh, Lord, you don't even know what this life is worth. Oh, 'cause the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil on the sun. Oh Lord, the devil, the devil, the devil, oh, he on the sun. Oh Lord, the devil, the devil, the devil, Lord, he owns the sun. Oh, she let me in. Oh, she paid my way. Oh, that's where I began, child, and where I'm gonna stay. Now she more to me than she could have been to you. Had me on my knees, had me begging you for truth. I said, oh, I said, no, no, oh, would you carry that heavy load? Hold on now, oh, she looks so sweet. I can see how she shines. I thought she was yours. Thought she was mine, but now she more to me than she ever could have been to you. Oh, have me on my knees, child, have me begging you for truth. That's why I said, oh, I said, no, no, you carry your heavy load. now she let me in. Oh, she paved my way. Was where I began, child, and where I'm gonna stay. Oh, she was more to me than she could have been to you. Had me on my knees. She had me begging you for truth. Ooh, she had me begging you. Ooh, she had me begging you. She had me begging you, boy, for truth. Ooh, she had me begging you. She had me begging you. Oh, she had me begging you. Oh, she had me begging you. That's why I said, oh, no. Lord, I said, no, no. You carry that heavy. Oh, you carry that heavy load. Ooh, oh, such a heavy load. Such a heavy load.
All right. Thank you very much, Sebastian St. James, for coming here for our inaugural episode of Living Room Live. And I am getting into the groove of this. I'm having such a fantastic time. Great. People are having a good time out there, it looks like, as well. That was really beautiful, man. I'm really happy we could have you here for the first one, Sebastian. That's great. Oh my goodness. I am just getting so filled up with love watching this happen. Again, every Saturday for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be doing this. 7 o'clock, tune in, bring your friends, bring your dog, bring your grandma. Let's sit down and let's do that Rivertown thing every week, right here. Now, what we are venturing to do is bring the magic of Rivertown right into your living rooms. And to do that, we really need support. So we're really happy for everyone who has donated so far. And for those of you who haven't, if you're able to put even just a little bit towards Friends of the Petaluma River, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. There's the info right there. Very slick. A big thanks to Joe Wicks out there, who's the fella behind the camera and everything, and making all these little trinkets work. We also have, of course, our sponsor to thank for this episode, Out West Garage. Can we pull that up again? There you go. Out West Garage, Petaluma classic place. And anyone out there who's interested in sponsoring an episode, let's keep this thing going. We are happy to spread the word about what you do if you are like Out West Garage and willing to help out the community. Out West Garage has been our partner for Rivertown for quite some time. And so it makes me feel really, really good to team up with them on this new adventure. And it is a new adventure. So thank you so much, Out West Garage. Folks, like I said before, I've taken my truck there for years, and I really can't say enough good things about them. So check out West Garage. Thank you so much to all the wonderful folks over there. All right. Now, like I said, what we try and do here is bring everything that makes Rivertown magical and bring it right to you. And so we got the music, we've talked about Friends of the Petaluma River. Something else that Rivertown really is a special place for is art. And so we have a member of our Riverettes team, actually, Stephen Lockert, is an artist who has created this incredible seesaw that you may have seen at some of the Rivertown revivals. And it's not just used for seeing nor sawing. also it has some beautiful art on it that has a really interesting story and a very interesting message. So let's check out that video. Let's go on out there and check out what Stephen's been working on.
I guess the idea for this thing really kind of came up out of a few different questions that coalesced in my backyard one summer. One of them was how to make the most of this incredible material, these giant slabs of wood that were bigger than anything I'd ever worked with. Another one was how to engage my kids in some sort of fun building project where we could work with tools and we could build something that was fun to play on afterwards. And it was something that I'd done with my dad, and I was looking to repeat it with my kids. And then we had this beautiful backyard, and I really wanted to find something that was going to take it to the next level, something that was unique and big and special. And then in the background of all this was this idea of playing out there in the backyard, and what is play, and sort of the exploration of this idea of working out different challenges and problems with the physics of the materials, as well as between us as people trying to kind of work it all out. And this kind of was the larger play that I think was at play. These things were giant slabs of wood. They weighed almost 200 pounds apiece, and they had sticking out of the ends of them all manner of screws and nails and staples, and they were completely coated in concrete dust where they had cut these floor joists out of the existing building and just used them for concrete forms. So this is great. I've got my kids excited. I'm excited. The scope of this thing is ginormous, and now all I have to do is figure out if it's possible. So this is the part where I start scratching my head in front of a piece of paper and a calculator and hoping that I haven't made some drastic life-altering error that will result in a half-ton of lumber in someone's lap. So after hours of scrubbing and hosing and re-scrubbing and pulling screws and nails and pins and staples, we got the boards in place where we were ready to kind of assemble them. And we dug a trench about 7 feet long and 3.5 feet deep and a couple feet wide, and we filled it with lumber and rebar and about 20 bags of concrete, and stuck the uprights in that and leveled everything out. And we had something that we could climb on. First rides were pretty splintery. No seats, no foot pegs, no ladders, just a shimmy up a raw board to sit on the end, and then gripping, hoping you don't fall off. I was helping clean David Yearsley's workshop, and I came across an old set of gouges for wood carving, and Elizabeth graciously gifted them to me. And I'd always loved the idea of carving something. I'd never really tried it, and when I brought these home, I was kind of considering, like, what should I use? What should I carve on? What should my first piece be? And my mind went to these incredible slabs that we were using for the seesaws. And the more I thought about it, the more I knew I had to try and see if I could carve something in one of these pieces of wood. One of the ideas that occurred to me when I was thinking about was the idea of our history and the ecology and us as people and our communities and our cultures and our cultural artifacts and everything that we sort of leave here and everything that the earth has left here in this place. It sort of ties us to this place. And so I started thinking about how the Petaluma River Valley over the years has changed, and with its change has sort of marked our progress and the Earth's progress and the ecology's progress. And so I was thinking about that, and I was also thinking about how the seesaw, turned up on its side. Looking at it from the side, it looks like three canvases. It's like a triptych. And if you consider both sides of the seesaw, it's 6 canvases. And so I decided to break this 30,000 years in the Petaluma River Valley into these 6 canvases. When it came to the subject matter of the carving, these ideas have been tumbling around in my head with Rivertown Revival and with Friends of the Petaluma River and its mission of turning towards the river and its mission of reconnecting people with the history of this place. It felt like a natural extension of my deepening connection to the town through this event. And I don't know, there's something about all of those things together, and the people and the ecology and the history, and I think that it really helps calibrate our internal guidance systems and kind of gives us a strong sense of home, and maybe ultimately makes it easier to go further from home and take risks knowing where home is.
Wow. Stephen, I'm sure you're out there, and I just want to say, folks like him, folks like you, work really hard to make this sort of thing happen, and their work alone is an art. I think all of the volunteers out there that make Rivertown happen, they're VIPs, very important people, and you've been a big part of this for such a long time, that to create such a beautiful physical piece of beauty and art through this process really makes it special. It's been 10 years putting on the Rivertown Revival, and I'm really happy that we've been able to make actual physical changes in the area with the 𝗫𝗠 Center, the barn itself, getting the place more beautiful, and then it creates beautiful pieces of art like this because we have some great artists out there. And that's a big thing that we are all about right here, is supporting the arts. I know that a lot of musicians and whatnot really look forward to the day because there's it's like a parallel universe for a little while, and everybody gets to go out and have this fun day where the music and the community and stuff is right there in the center. And I for one, as a performer and getting to host and do the revival stuff and whatnot, I really appreciate it so much. And so it means a lot to see so many of you out there. I'm looking at the screen. I'm not looking at like a mouse or anything like that. Oh, all right. Getting used to it. Oh, I got a back thing, I'm telling you. All right. Well, thanks again, Stephen. Thank you so much to Out West Garage, everyone that's making this happen. We have some more entertainment coming on up. We, in particular, you may have seen this fella around rocking the Rivertown Revival for a few years. Last year, he was part of the Rivertown Review. A good friend of mine. I'm really happy to have him here. Joe, do we have John Courage? John Courage. Hey, John.
All right.
Looking good, man. It's so good to see you, man. We've been distant for a while.
So far away.
So close, yet so far away. What have you been up to?
Well, naturally, I'm here in my home studio. I've got a guitar in my hands, and I was just working on some tracks, and I'm making demos. I'm making background music for people's videos, commission work here and there, so.
Yeah. So the music doesn't stop, does it?
It can't. It's too late.
It's too late. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm really happy that you're here for the first episode, and I hear you actually got some folks together for this one, right?
I did. We just we couldn't resist, and so I had the trio come together on my back deck, and we set up and cut a couple of songs live and shot the video for this, and it was such a great opportunity to play a little bit of music, and I hope before too long we can play in front of some folks, but for now, just getting together and playing with a drummer and a bass player was amazing,
That's great, man. I haven't seen the footage yet, but I really miss your live shows, so this is really going to be a treat for me.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day on the back deck, and it was phenomenal, so we had a great time.
Cool. Well, let's see it. All right, Joe, can you roll the footage? Thanks, John.
Hey, we're the John Courage Trio, and this song's called Lone Wolf. Live on the fringe of a world I can't believe it. A big goodbye when I'm out to survive for the feeling. I keep my cash in a box for no particular reason. I got a bag of packed in case I feel like leaving. And they won't know the way I went. Crooked lines cover up my tracks. Just some birds stuck in the fence. Hello. Down when I'm walking around, I don't stick out. But when I step outside my little life and I stretch out, I stop and stare for a while, close my eyes with a smile, and I lay down. And they won't know the way cover up my tracks. Just some birds stuck in the fence. Hello, wolf. that I live on. And to break free but away until my day comes. I said I'm gonna break free but away until my day comes. And they won't know the way I went. Crooked lines cover up my tracks. Just some birds stuck in the fence. Hello, 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 hello. Sometimes I dream about leaving when I walk downtown. All the half-baked creepers with the imminent frown. If everybody's leaving, yeah, no one sticks it out. Who will be there? Throw some bright idea down. I need the city to love me now. Late at night, not many sounds. The complicated little town. Yeah, well, Rosie, Rosie made me proud. All the years that I lived here, and how I watched the city change. All the good people that I knew, and you too, just walked away. I myself was guilty of the very crime. If you don't love your hometown, baby, it'll turn on you in time. I need the city to love me now. Late at night, not many sounds. The complicated little town. goes again, with a short skirt on, had to paint some salads, turn the small town on. We love watching crashes with a TV on. You left the front door open, said a word, and then you're gone. Was it digging my own grave when I let you get away? Lost you out dancing with your high heels on. Every man's best friend, pretty girl in a bottle of gin, yeah. Whispers and leans in, neon lights turn me on. Neon lights really turn me on. Was a dig in my own grave when I let you get away. Lost you out dancing with your high heels on. Oh, she goes again with the makeup on. Yeah, I love you anyways. Neon lights turn me on. Neon lights really turn me on. Was digging my own grave when I let you get away. Lost you out dancing with the high heels on. Neon lights really turn me 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 on.
All right. Well, that's our first episode of Living Room Live. I'm getting choked up just doing this. This is something that I think I really needed in the middle of all of this. I really want to, on behalf of Rivertown and Friends of the Petaluma, if I may, I want to really thank Out West Garage for sponsoring this first episode and for all you do. Hey there. I want to thank all the volunteers and all the River Rats and the team that makes Rivertown possible and that made this thing possible. Joe Wicks, Joe out there. I don't know if you heard that. But Joe Wicks out there helping out behind the scenes. James Freebury out there helping us distribute this thing. Stephen Lockert, thank you so much for bringing your video here with your art. And the musicians, please go out, get their music, support them. 𝗙𝗲, Sebastian St James, and John Courage. Check them out online and support them. And of course, thanks to all of you for taking a chance, tuning in, and for sharing this. Now, this is going to be up for a little while, so share it, keep it going. This thing can have life for the next week up until the next one. So please share it. Please tell people about it. And the other event is up there on Rivertown Revival. You can RSVP to the event, share it, get it out. Because next week we have some fantastic stuff. We have Hannah Windmiller, Royal Jelly Jive is going to be here, and we called up Gio. We got to get This Town is Magical back. I think he's making some really important discoveries in our areas. So keep tuning in, keep checking this out. We're up to some good stuff here. And I think it's just a reminder that, we're not just getting through this thing together. We are learning more about how we're connected and how important it is to support one another. So I'm happy that we're all doing this together. Thank you again to everybody who made this thing possible. And we will see you next Saturday, 7 p.m., right here, Living Room Live. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a wonderful night. Good night.